Okay, so now that we know how to graph linear inequalities, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the graph of a linear inequality, and then we're going to write what the inequality is. So our goal is I understand how to write a linear inequality given its graph. All right. So let's review these signs. So less than, and when it's dashed, that means the sign would look like this. Greater than is dashed when the sign looks like this. That's just my greater than sign. Less than or equal to looks like this, and that would be a solid line. Greater than or equal to would look like this, and that would also be a solid line. And then if it is below the graph or to the left of the graph, let's see, I don't know where to put that thing. Anyway, then we know it's less than. If it's above or to the right of the graph, we know it's going to be a greater than. So let's take these and apply them into our assignment. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we are going to identify the y-intercept first. Then we're going to identify the slope. So we're putting them in slope-intercept form. Then we'll determine the inequality symbol. Then we'll write the inequality, and we'll double check if the inequality actually is the same thing the graph says. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first example. Okay, so first off, what is our y-intercept? Well, I have a y-intercept. Whoop, that is not what I meant to do. Let's see, let's change colors. Let's go with this blue. So first off, we have a y-intercept right here at 1. So remember, my slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is at 1, so I'm going to have a plus 1 right here. And then to find the slope, we're just going to count our rise over run until we get to this next point. So we go up 1, 2, 3, and right 1, 2. So that means we have a slope of 3/2. So we got 3/2 x plus 1. Now we need to determine what the inequality sign is. It's not going to be an equal sign because it's an inequality. First thing I notice is it's dashed. So the fact that it's dashed means it's got to be a greater than or less than sign. And then where is it shaded? It's shaded above, which means the numbers are greater than that line. So that means I'm going to have a y is greater than 3/2 x plus 1. Okay, and there is my inequality. Now let's double check to see if it's right. Let's just pick a point. I'm going to pick 0, 0. That's usually the easiest one. I'm going to plug it in here and see if it's true. Or in this case, not true because it's not in the shaded region. So a 0 greater than 3/2 times 0, 0. Plus 1 is 0 greater than 1. It's not, which is what I expected because it's not in the shaded region. So this is my linear inequality. Okay, let's try another one. All right, looks like we have our y-intercept is right here at -2. Okay, then our slope. I always work left to right, so I'm going to go from this point to this point. And I'm going to go down 2 and right 1, 2, 3. So I have a slope of -2/3. So I have -2/3 x minus 2. Now, let's determine whether it is a solid or a dotted line. It's going to be solid, which means it's greater than equal to, or we're going to use a less than or equal to. Well, where is it shaded? It's shaded below the line, which means I'm going to have y is less than or equal to. Okay, let's pick 0, 0 again and plug it in and see if it works for our equation. And we have 0 is less than or equal to -2, which is not true, which is what I expected because it's outside of the shaded area. So we have our linear inequality. Okay, here, looks like we have a y-intercept right here at -3. So we have y-intercept -3. Let's see what our slope is. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2. So my slope is 4/2 x, which hopefully you can see. 4/2, that's actually just 2. So we'll simplify that in just a second. Well, let's do it now. So I have 2x minus 3. Okay, it is a dashed line, so it's going to be a greater than, or it's going to be less than. And it's shaded below the line. So that means we're going to have a y is less than 2x minus 3. Awesome. Let's go ahead and double check with 0, 0. See, so that's not in the shaded area. So this statement I'm about to get should be false. So 0 is less than 2 times 0 is 0 minus 3, -3. This is a false statement, which is what I wanted. So that is going to be my linear inequality. Let's try one more. Looks like we have the y-intercept at 4. So we're going to have a plus 4. Okay, our slope, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's -4 over 4x. And -4 over 4 is just -1. So I'm just going to rewrite this as -x plus 4. And we have a solid line. And it's being shaded above. So that means it's going to be y is greater than or equal to -x plus 4. Okay, let's plug in our 0, 0. Once again, it's going to be false is what we're going to look for. This isn't always going to happen. That just happened to be what happens on these examples. Is 0 greater than or equal to 4? It's not, which I was expecting it to be false. So here is my linear equation, linear inequality for this graph. So go ahead and work on that assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Our goal was I understand how to write a linear inequality given its graph.